What's going on, everybody? It's Cody. Welcome back to this two-game Friday night slate. 5K up top. The price has started to drop a little bit, but hopefully this is as low as it gets. Let's look at my lineup for the showdown slate tonight. I entered the $98 Queen of the Court qualifier, and I wanted to get different. I figured in a small contest with only 9 entries that Stewie would be massive chalk at captain. She was. I played Clark. I'm the only one that played Clark at captain. She's getting the peripherals. She's just not scoring. I mean, I can't complain too much about that. The big three for New York are absolutely crushing. No surprises there. The surprise for me is Kelsey Mitchell. Yes, I still played her even though she wasn't starting. I'm the only one that played her. She played 11 first half minutes and is in the negatives. She missed 2 wide open layups, by the way. I mean, wide open. Nobody contesting her anything. I was high on Wnba. I talked about her in the Discord. Indiana is just weird. It looks like Grace Berger is just going to be a DNP tonight. I don't know. They're starting the BS early. So we'll see. Don't have high hopes for this team unless Mitchell just comes in and starts shooting the lights out in the second half, and Clark turns it around. But no odds are out on these 2 games yet, so we'll just get started breaking down team by team and go from there. Brittany Sykes, 9,900. She's going to play big minutes. She's a fantastic defender. Great peripheral upside. She shot 7 of 17, 0 for 5 from 3. 14 points, 10 boards, 7 assists, and 2 steals. She's going to stuff the stat sheet. That's just what she does. 9,900 is steep, but on a 2-game slate, she's a great tournament play. Atkins played 34 minutes, shot 7 of 15. She has big upside. She also has great block and steal upside. And we'll just keep it going. Shakira Austin was limited, only played 20 minutes, 5 blocks and 1 steal. If her minutes start to tick up, she is way too cheap. They're suffocating on the defensive end. She had Brianna Stewart in hell trying to put up with her. I really believe that she's going to take a leap on the offensive end. If she does, the sky's the limit for her. Really excited after this first game to see where she goes from there. No interest in Misha Hines-Allen at 7,500. That's just way too much for someone. I mean, she played 19 minutes, but as Austin gets healthier and starts to play more, it's going to cut into Hines-Allen's minutes. She didn't really do anything with it while she was out there, so it's tough for me to pay 7,500 for her. Carly Samuelson, just not a very good point per minute player. She's going to get the minutes. I've never been too high on her, especially when she's over 6K. She's a contrarian option at best. Leah Edwards saw 14 minutes. I just can't spend that for her. If you want to, that's fine. Dolson, however, saw 27 minutes. 5,100 is still too cheap. She was 4,200 on opening night. I was all over. I told everyone in the Discord I was very high on her, especially after we got the news that Austin was going to be limited. I figured she would be anyway. A good stat line. I mean, 4 for 8. She 12 points, 5 boards, 2 assists in 27 minutes. That's all they need her for. Big Mama Steph's just showing that she still has some time left to show these young kids how to play. No interest in really anyone else. Tori Walker-Kimbrough, I mean, 14 minutes, 1 fantasy point. I guess she paved the way so Kelsey Mitchell could run. Jeez. As for Connecticut, I mean, Alyssa Thomas, nothing needs to be said. Highest price play on the slate. Look at this. She has the highest peripheral upside of anybody in the WNBA. I mean, 13 points. She only shot she only made 4 field goals. Shot 8 attempts. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, and 3 steals. She has block and steal upside with the best of them. And so she's going to stuff the stat sheet. Obviously, one of the best plays on the slate every night. that she's playing. Dewana Bonner has slate breaking upside. Great tournament play. 8 of 14, 20 points, 6 boards, 1 assist. My biggest worry with her is she's pretty scoring dependent. I mean, when you have just a beast like AT on the team that takes up all the assists and almost all the rebounds, I mean, there's not many more to go around. Brianna Jones only played 19 minutes in the opener. She also has block and steal upside. This game is going to be gritty. I'm excited for it. Pretty low scoring, but blocks and steals everywhere. If Brianna Jones gets extended and we hear no word of a minutes limit, I imagine both her and Shakira Austin will have minutes limits for the first 3 or 4 games. But her price is low if there is no limit. Mariah Jefferson just really can't play her. She played like 4 minutes in the opener until she's fully healthy and we see kind of how the rotation is going to run with the bench guards. I can't recommend her. Dejanay Carrington is someone I can recommend. She's up from $5,200 on opening night to $6,700. That price is still too cheap. She shot 15 times, put up 16 points, 5 boards, 1 assist, and 2 steals, and put Caitlin Clark in hell. She was fantastic defending her. She has block and steal upside. She played massive minutes. She played 31 minutes and missed out on probably 3 to 5 minutes with cramps in both legs in the opener. Obviously, as the season goes on, they'll get in better shape, so won't miss out on those minutes. If she's going to play mid-30s minutes, $6,700 is just too cheap for her. She's arguably the best play on the slate, point per dollar wise. Harris, God bless her. She shot 6 of 11 and got there at $5K. She's $5,700. This is the ceiling, in my opinion, for Tiasha Harris. 23 fantasy points. That's a great score for $5,700. If you think she shoots 6 of 11 again and 4 of 6 from 3, be my guest. I probably won't be playing her. She just has a really low floor and can get benched. She did get benched numerous times last year. Olivia Nelson-Ododa is questionable with the illness, so we need to keep an eye on that. My thing is, if she misses, they'll just run AT as the small ball 5 whenever Bree Jones needs the rest. Tiffany Mitchell did not see as much run as I thought she would. Only 12 minutes. Not much interest in her. You can play her as a contrarian option if you think Harris struggles. Banham, though, is the bench guard that I was most surprised with. Played 24 minutes. She's a great three-point shooter. She's going to be the 3-and-D. Pretty much every shot she's going to attempt is going to be a three-point shot. 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. No, 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Sorry. She's a 3-and-D. I mean, at $4,800, I don't mind her on a 2-game slate. Moving on to the late game we just saw the other night. They played a home-and-home. First game opening night was at Seattle. This one's at Minnesota. At the top, we got Joel Lloyd. She shot 3 of 19. 3 of 19. You're not misreading that. 10 points, 10 boards, 1 assist, and 2 steals. The boards are a complete outlier. She is not going to get 10 rebounds every night. She's also not going to shoot 3 of 19 every night. She is 10.7K. I love her as a contrarian tournament option because of her upside. She has ridiculous high ceilings, but her floor is pretty low. I mean, if she doesn't grab 10 boards, I mean, she's staring at a high teens fantasy point night at over 10K. It'll just sink you. She's high risk, high reward on this team. There's so many studs. NECA come in first game with Seattle. 20 points, 9 boards, 2 steals, 30 minutes, shot 10 of 18. She's just as consistent as they come. She's starting to look more comfortable with this team. Really like her. 10.4K is fine. She's a solid play. Ezzy played really well in the opener. 31 minutes, 15 points, 9 boards, 2 assists, 3 blocks. She's got block and steal upside. She's a great defender. Don't mind her at that price. It's a little steep, but I mean you're paying for the upside there. Whitcomb is someone I'm not paying $7,100 for. She was not the first person off the bench. It was Horston, and she did not play very well. So I don't know if she was limited to 12 minutes because she just didn't attempt a shot, and they just didn't like how she played, how she spread the floor with everyone else, or what, but the minutes are concerning for her. Skylar Diggins-Smith, the free square of the slate on opening night, 4,700, is now up to $7K. She's still about $3,000 too cheap. She shot 4-13, played 21 minutes, 10 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals. She is still the lock of the slate at $7K. I mean, I'll play her. She's going to cover that and hit value for you there. Horston is someone I do have interest in. She's played 23 minutes, shot 4-10, 8.7 boards, 3 assists, 4 steals is kind of an outlier. But they started Vivian's. Horston outplayed her and played more minutes. Vivian's struggled. Only 6.5 fantasy points. If that keeps up, I could see them turn into Horston as a starter, or Vivian's just getting a rotation and maybe not coming back, and Horston playing a lot more, and even Whitcomb getting more run. Really nobody else here that I'm interested in. $6K for Mercedes Russell just seems way too much. From Minnesota, fee, $11K. Everyone knows her upside. She only played 31 minutes. She missed out on 4 or 5 minutes due to massive foul trouble in the first half. Shot 9-19, 12 boards, 2 blocks, and 1 steal. Her upside is slate breaking any night. She scored 42 fantasy points. She has 50 plus in her at any night. Courtney Williams was fantastic. This is what I expected from her. I smashed her prize picks props. She just stuffs the stat sheet, and she is such a good defender. 5 steals. She can get multiple steals every night. I mean, 14 points, 7 assists, 5 boards on 7-13 shooting. If she scores the ball, like if she scores over 10 points a night, she is going to pay off over 9K every time. Like that is where you worry with her is if her scoring can keep up. She's going to get the peripherals. She's got block and steal upside. I don't mind paying that price for her. Alana Smith all the way up to 9K after her huge opening night. If she doesn't get in foul trouble, she has this upside, 44 fantasy point upside. She had 22 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal. She also has big block and steal upside, but she also has foul concerns. Now, there is one thing I do want to talk about, is Kone is not on the injury report for Friday night, and she will be available. I don't know about Dorka. They don't even have her on here. I don't think she's come back from overseas yet, so that will add another big to the rotation. Probably just means Zendelinson. I don't even know how to say her name. It probably means that she does not crack the rotation. She played 9 minutes really only because Fee was in foul trouble, and then when they needed the light break in the early fourth quarter. But keep an eye on that. I like Smith. If she can stay out of foul trouble, 9K is pretty steep, but she'll be low owned and will be a great tournament play. McBride, 8,800 is steep. 9 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and 3 steals. She's more of a score-independent player for the most part, but if she's going to get five boards and 5 assists a night, she's a contrarian option. Probably not someone I have much interest in. Diamond Miller absolutely stunk on opening night. She only saw 13 minutes. She saw 1 rotation to start the game and 1 rotation in the third quarter. Then they benched her, and Carrollton played the rest of the game in her spot. That's very concerning for the number 2 overall pick last season. If she plays well, obviously she'll get extended, but for her to have that short of a leash is very concerning, especially, I mean, the price tag isn't that bad, $6,400, but high risk, high reward tournament play only. I can't pay $6,200 for Natisha Heidemann. I'm sorry. She played 15 minutes, 9 points, 2 boards, 5 assists, and 2 steals. That feels like her ceiling. She shot 3 of 4. If you want to play her, be my guest. She's just not for me. Carlton at 5,500, I do have interest in. She saw 26 minutes, like I said. She picked up all of the minutes that Diamond Miller just hand-delivered to her. She only scored 5 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals. 20 fantasy points. It's a great night for her. I would like to see him play Diamond Miller more, but I get it. If they can't trust her, they can't trust her. Peely saw 10 minutes. I'm not interested in playing her right now unless we see something otherwise. Her minutes start to tick up or something. But that'll do it for me on this 2-game slate. Good luck to everybody. And if you enjoy this content, leave a like. It really helps out the channel grow. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. I'll be cranking one of these out every day for the Draftkings slate. And anytime we have a solid contest on FanDuel, I will also do a video over there. We'll see you guys later.